Greetings and welcome back to more VTOL VR, where last time we embarked on the main island campaign and completed Mission 1, Preparations. Upon completion, we unlocked ourselves a whole load of assorted weaponry, which leads us on to Mission 2, Minesweeper. Destroy the drone ships laying mines on the supply routes. Combat at last. And in fact, the recommended training is Basic Combat 1 and Basic Combat 2. I don't think those have been enabled yet. I don't think there is a training mission for Basic Combat 1 and Basic Combat 2. But then this is early access, so we forgive it. We forgive it this lack of available training. And we assume that we're just going to be awesome enough to be able to take on the mission without ever doing any training at all. Select Mission Briefing. As we continue to prepare our defenses against the invasive enemy forces, we need to secure supply routes from the mainland to the island. The troops you recovered from the crash site reported that they had spotted what seemed to be unmanned vessels deploying sea mines near the southeast supply route. You will lead a strike group with the order of destroying all hostile targets in the designated area. Prepare your aircraft appropriately. Alright, so configure. And here we are in the hangar, and it looks like we've got like an equipment loadout option for our AV-42C vertical takeoff and landing vehicle that we have become such expert pilots of. What can we do here? Hardpoint 2. Oh yes. Oh yes, what do we got? Hydra 70 4x4 rocket pod. Or Hydra 70 ×7 rocket pod, so I guess we want like the more one, right? It costs $500, mass 345 kilograms. Let's equip that there. Oh yes, look at that bad boy. Look at that bad boy. I guess we'll put the same thing on the other side. What other options have we got? We've got Hydra rocket pods. I think we unlocked, there we go, we unlocked bombs as well. Standard unguided bombs, Mark 82. Bombs. We'll balance things up. We'll have another 4x4 rocket pod there. Oh yes, that's the stuff. And then bombs on the end. Bombs on the end. How many? We can have 3 bombs. Should we go for 3 bombs? Why not? The more bombs, the better. Surely it is a case that the more bombs, the better. Count 3, same thing. That's a nice balanced loadout, right? What do we got? Total mass 11,355 kilograms. We got one more hard point. The GAU-8 Avenger, a 30mm 7-barreled rotary cannon, the Tank Buster. Brrrt. Yes, brrrt indeed. Is that it? Is that the only one? That's the only one we can equip. Well, we'll take that. That sounds like exactly the sort of thing you want to have on your vertical takeoff and landing ship, craft, airplane, aircraft, whatever it's called. You want one of those stuck on the front just in case you need to bust some tanks or other equivalent things. I guess we can we can kind of adjust the fuel up and down as well. I guess this is thrust to weight ratio, so it's 1.26, which is in green, which I guess means we have more thrust than our weight. If we were to overload the vehicle, I guess that would go red, maybe? I don't know. At any rate, we would be unable to take off and land vertically if that was the case, although I assume we could still do it horizontally. If we wanted to. Total mass 12,218 kilograms. Flight cost 6,550. Our budget 24,600. So we're well within budget. I mean, I think we kind of spent as much as we could, and it will do. That bad boy will do. Let us embark on the Minesweeper mission. Launch. Here we go. Back in the cockpit, just where we want to be.
This is a combat mission with potentially unknown targets. I recommend meeting up with the fighter wing before heading out to the area. Good luck out there.
Roger that. Looks like that's our fighter escort. I believe it's a wing of F-22s. Not entirely sure about that. It could be some other near-future fighter plane, or indeed currently in service fighter plane that I'm just not familiar with. There we go. Firing up their afterburners to take off. Alright, let's start engines 1 and 2. I'm also going to close the safety switch covers, which I was called out for on the comments last time around. It's a good point. You should always close your safety covers on very important switches like whether your engines are on or not, as knocking them and switching them off in the middle of flight, especially vertical flight, would be horrendously bad, of course. Can't really happen in VR, but nonetheless, it's good practice. Alright, let's set ourselves up to Do what we need to do. Engines to forward tilt. Brake lock off. And give it a little bit of thrust. Taxiing out to the runway. Preparing to line up on runway 20. I guess because we're loaded down with like weapons and stuff, we might be a bit heavy for a vertical takeoff, but I imagine we could do it. Like our thrust to weight ratio was fine, but oh look, it's a nice kind of like internal external view. Let's go with that one then. Why not? Here we go. Lined up on the runway, going to full thrust, firing the afterburners, waiting for our speed to climb. So a few things I've discovered since last time that are worth pointing out. In my heads-up display there, just in the lower right-hand side, there's like a little cross. That actually shows me the position of my joystick. So without having to actually look down at the joystick, I can check to see what most useful of all. There is like a little dot that shows you where you've kind of got it to. Let me just put the gear up and the flaps up and start coming around. I will set my objective target. Take the afterburner off. I don't think we really need afterburner at this stage. But more useful than that is the twist. So when I twist the grip, that's operating the rudder, and it can be pretty weird sometimes. You feel like you should be going sort of straight, but your velocity vector is off to the side like it is there. That's because I'm twisting the stick without realizing it. So by checking that, I can actually see when I'm twisting the stick. Really useful, actually, I have to say. Really, really very useful indeed.
This is Victor 1-1-2-3. Coming up on you. Lead the way to the area.
Roger that, Victor 1-1. Vectoring to the target now. Looks like our fighter escort has caught up. Just coming in on the wing now. I think those are F-22s. 19 kilometers to target. Alright, we better get ourselves prepared for combat here. So we've got equipment, master disarmed. It's the master arm. Weapons hot. Master arm engaged. Grab the stick, grab the throttle. So I think I can individually arm and disarm different weapon systems here. I'm going to leave them all armed because we're probably going to want to use them all. I can also jettison them, or I can configure them. I don't know what that does. I don't think it's important right now. Let's just head on in.
Looks like there's some kind of carrier with the same aerial drones we saw before. We'll go ahead and focus on the boats. We'll take care of the air targets.
Roger that, Victor 1-1. Keep the skies clear for us. Alright, so we've got boat targets up ahead, 9 kilometers out. Looks like we've got a contact on the radar. Question mark. Oh, I can see something now. It looks like the wake of a ship. Currently got the GAU-8 gun selected. Let's give him an attack run with this. See how it does. Oh yes, look at that. Might be a tank buster, but it's also a boat buster. Nice. Oh, we're taking fire from the carrier, whatever that bigger ship is. Missile. Evade, evade. Alright, let's switch it to bombs. And we see if we can't drop on that carrier. No idea how to target these things. Well, looks like she's still afloat at the moment. We dropped one of our bombs. Alright, let's switch to rockets. See if we can finish off the escort. Come on. Oh yes, direct hit. Pull out of the dive. Coming around. Stall warning. Keep on that speed. A little bit of afterburner. Oh yes. Oh, we just destroyed that thing, surely! We absolutely raked it with rockets. Alright, we've still got 2 targets showing on the scope. I think that main boat is still alive despite the pounding we just gave it. And we've also got one of the smaller boats. Let's come back around. Where are they? Alright, she's burning. Drop down the thrust a little bit. Take out the smaller boat.
Missile launch.
Missile launch.
Missile launch.
Afterburners on. Splash one target.
Destroyed. Return to base. If you want, you can stick around and help out with the airfield targets and the carrier. All areas, drones, and carrier systems have been destroyed. Return to base.
Alright. Sounds like we've already taken care of all the business. In that case, let's just return to base. RTB. Set objective. Engage autopilot. We'll ease the throttle back a little bit. Don't need to burn fuel unnecessarily. Oh, good work, team. Good work. Victor 1-1. You kept the skies clear, and our death did rain down upon those unmanned boats. You know, we don't even have to feel guilty about taking any lives. Just a bigger aircraft up there. Is that Victor 1-1? Or is that something else? It doesn't have a blue thingy over it. You know what? Let's go and investigate. Off. Afterburner. We might not be able to catch it. Depends how fast it's going. But I'm interested to see what it is. It doesn't have like a target designation. Could that be like a refuel ship, maybe? Like a refuel plane? Or possibly like an eye in the sky, like a spy AWACS or something? Be a civilian plane. Oh, it's some sort of command plane. We don't want to get too close. Wave off! Wave off! Let's come back around so we can get another look at it. Pretty, it's very pretty, but we don't want to get in its way. Full thrust. Dive down. Alright, that's enough messing about. Let's get this bird down on the ground and complete the mission so that we can receive some kind of medal. And indeed a slap-up breakfast or dinner, whatever time it is. A slap-up meal from the boys down at the mess for our first successful combat encounter and our first kills of the campaign. Which, of course, you know, it's a bittersweet moment. Nobody wants war. But if there has to be war, well, I mean, what better way to engage in it than in one of these rather lovely VTOL combat aircraft. We'll go for a runway landing, I guess, as we're coming in on that approach. Let's ease the throttle down, start dropping our speed off. I think we're coming back to that same runway, the same airport. So we'll set flaps to position 1. Quite close. And lead off a bit of speed here. Down. Not gonna be a textbook landing, but it'll be a landing.
Landing gear.
Landing gear's down. Air brake. Also got told off for not using that. Flare. Oh, a beautiful landing. An absolutely beautiful landing. Alright, taxiing in towards the end of the runway here. I guess we probably want to turn off the runway in case anyone else wants to land. We'll turn off. In fact, you know what? Let's go and park it in one of our hangars over there. You know, put it back where we found it. I mean, if you're going to play with a toy, make sure you put it back where you found it once you're done with it. That's what I was always taught, and although I rarely did it, in this instance, it's exactly what I am going to do. Take a look around the runway as we come in. Oh, very nice. Alright, brake on. Wheel lock. And shut down engines 1 and engines 2. Turn off all our multifunction displays. HUD power down. Mission complete. Fantastic. There we go. Look at that. Our first combat mission. Mission 2 has been completed. We took out some boats. It was all pretty awesome. Who knows where the campaign is going to take us from here. But we will have to wait until next time to find out. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I have been Weird Wizard, and I will see you later.